Hello, I'm Todd Barlow, and I'm honored to serve as the County Superintendent of Schools here in Kings County. At the Kings County Office of Education, we are committed to supporting our districts and supporting student learning. And in these challenging times, it's as important as ever to recognize colleagues for the amazing work that they do every day. Thank you for joining us for this year's Excellence in Education Award, where we will highlight the accomplishments of our honorees. We thank our partners at Educational Employees Credit Union who have proudly sponsored this event for over 15 years. This ceremony has been part of a long-standing tradition which observes the contribution of all school employees while highlighting the dedication and commitment of this year's honorees. Those honored represent professional diversity and a passion for education. They share their positive energy daily and constantly strive to form meaningful connections with students, parents, colleagues, and the community. We made changes to the program for 2020, which were aimed at simplifying the application process, increasing the participation of our districts, and honoring more of our colleagues. The result is that every student, parent, staff member, and community member has the opportunity to see their local district or school represented and be recognized for the extraordinary work they do. For the first time that I remember, we have honorees from every school district in Kings County. It is a privilege to honor these talented individuals who exemplify the highest of standards, professionalism, and care for others. Please join us in extending a heartfelt thanks to those who have dedicated themselves to improving the lives of the students we serve.
My favorite thing about school is when we do math. I like it a lot because I like all these math problems and like addition and subtraction, multiplication.
Well, the teachers, because I need my work done and I
My favorite thing about this school is how everyone's so nice and all the teachers are like always there and helping you. They're not just like being there just to write the problems on the board and for us to solve them. They help us.
After school, it's not the school to where you mess up, they like get on you. It's more of the school where you mess up and they tell you what you can do better. So I feel like they help guide you.
If I'm being honest, it's the teachers, because they don't give up on us and they're always there for us when we need them.
I get along with all the staff here because no matter what, like, even if I've had a stressful day, like, they're just all always there for me no matter what. They're all dependable.
I really like how the teachers are not afraid to push the students to their greatest expectations because they know we can do it.
The grown-up that I look for the most is usually my teachers, because I'm excited for another day to learn and excited for another day to go to school.
Our librarian, probably one of the best librarians I've ever had. How she fluently reads and how she has all the expression, like when she reads, like if something screams, she'll just scream along with it.
She really helped me like pick out books because she's pretty much the main reason why I love to read.
The principal, Ms. Cover, she does so much. I guess she does a tremendous work at this school, and it's a really enjoyable environment. She's honestly been the only principal I've ever had that I can engage with and talk to, you know?
I always see her like talking to other kids, and like it seems like she's kind of like friends almost with them. I like that.
Coaches always encourage me to do my absolute best, and he's really sweet. He always makes jokes.
Mr. Crane, he is a janitor here. He is so funny with the kids. He claps behind us. He always makes us laugh, and that's just one of the things I look forward to every day.
My bus driver. So what I learned about him was how to be tough, how to be bold, and he really did encourage me a lot.
My favorite thing about the schools is the teachers, because they always help us to do our best, and they would never say to give up, so they will always say to try your best.
Katie Culver. Katie Culver is a student advocate, working tirelessly to identify and address any barriers her students might face, and her work has made a significant difference to to the lives of her students. Her colleagues in the district describe her work at Earl F. Johnson as transformative. Insisting that her students be presented with equitable opportunity, Katie has instituted student programs and activities that mirror those found on comprehensive sites. She puts students first, promoting fairness and respect to all members of the school community. Her energetic and positive approach has earned the trust of both pupils and colleagues. Congratulations, Ms. Culver, for a well-deserved recognition as an administrator who promotes excellence in education. Jerry Mulligan. To make a difference, be it short or long term, one must deem others as more important than oneself. Jerry Mulligan has embodied this idea throughout his time at Hanford Elementary School District. Over the years, every student has benefited from his belief that a big part of his job is to help improve the student experience at school. Co-workers describe his integrity, loyalty, attention to detail, and customer service as unwavering and impressive. And although Jerry often describes himself as working behind the scenes, Hanford Elementary staff insist that one can see him everywhere in the immaculate conditions of the school buildings and grounds, some of which are nearly 80 years old, and others that are brand new projects he has overseen during construction. Every day he puts others first without ego or agenda, making a difference just by being himself. Thank you, Jerry, for being a source of pride for your community. Corinne Montgomery. Anyone who works in education in Kings County has reason to thank Corinne Montgomery. She is the administrator and programmer that oversees the computerized financial management system for the county office and serves the business department of all 13 districts in the county. In short, any money that gets spent, from purchase orders to paychecks, goes through this system. And over the years, she has continued to fine-tune and sometimes completely overhaul the program to meet the ever-changing requirements from federal, state, and local agencies. She has garnered the respect and admiration of those she works with and is a perfect example of one of our colleagues who is working behind the scenes to support student learning. Thank you, Corinne.
They prepared me for my future by teaching me life skills, like my math skills, how I'm supposed to act.
They make me pay attention more and reaching for higher goals, and now I want to be a marine biologist.
So how I think they help me prepare for my future right now is by helping me think of ways that I can help to do my future job, and by ways they're paying attention to help educate me.
They help me improve by teaching me what's right and wrong, or help me improve to reach past my limits and pretty much reach my goal.
My principal actually introduced me to the scholarship that I got. She was saying that there was a Black community scholarship, and she told me to do the essay, and I did it, and I won.
Because in the future, I know that there's going to be many responsibilities, and it also gives me leadership skills.
They're always on me about my grades. They're always on me about coming to school, making sure I turn in all my work, and they're just pushing me really hard and just making sure I get everything done, before graduation. Yeah, they do believe in me a lot, even when I don't believe in myself, because I have a hard time in believing myself, and I don't know, they really bring me confidence, they bring me positivity, and I don't really have that a lot with myself, so that's something I'm really thankful for.
Toby Arnold. Toby Arnold wears the title of head custodian, but is much more to the staff and students of R.J. Neutra School. With 25 years of service under his belt, it would be an understatement to say that Mr. Arnold takes great pride in his job. He makes a difference in how the campus looks and functions. His coworkers describe him as meticulous, detail-oriented, quick to respond, and say he always has a can-do attitude. But more importantly, he makes a difference in the lives of students. It is common to see him mentoring students who need a positive adult connection on campus. He'll check in with his students during the day and even sit to listen to them when they need someone to talk to. He genuinely cares about their well-being, and they gravitate to him for the support he provides. Thank you, Mr. Arnold, for being an extremely important member of the RJ Neutra team who makes a difference in the lives of staff and students. Cindy Barcelos, a self-proclaimed employee of the month, year, and decade, Miss Barcelos, or simply Barcelos as she is known by students and staff, has been a dedicated member of the Lakeside Leopard family for 31 years. Educators can only hope that they hold a place in the life story of their students. In this regard, there is every indication that she has earned the honor time and time again. On a typical day, you will find her connecting with students in classrooms, the cafeteria, the playground, or in the office. She is never one to shy away from serving in any role necessary for the benefit of her students. Fellow staff members are inspired by her dedication to ensuring that their whole community is improving and growing. At Lakeside, the name Barcelos is synonymous with the words mentor, confidant, and above all, excellence. Daniel Castaneda. Mr. Castaneda has dedicated 9 years of service to the students of Pioneer Middle School, where colleagues and students alike recognize his work ethic, kind heart, and dedication. He is described as an unsung hero whose efforts go beyond doing great work in maintaining a beautiful campus. His efforts are credited with maintaining a positive school culture as well. Staff at the school shared a story of the connection Mr. Castaneda made with a particular student who shared an interest in gardening and equipment. As busy as he was, mowing, edging, preparing fields for sporting events, Mr. Castaneda always took time to discuss various types of equipment and techniques. When the student graduated, Mr. Castaneda and the maintenance team presented this student with a new gift, a leaf blower, a gift that truly came from the heart. Proof provided of something we all know, that sometimes students' connectedness comes from outside the classroom, and any one of us can be a positive force in students' lives. Sarah Hernandez. Sarah has worked at Armona Elementary as a cafeteria cook for 25 years. That adds up to a lot of meals prepared and served, and many of the current students she serves are the children of the former students she served. Her coworkers see her as a mentor and are inspired by her years of dedication and for taking pride in her work. She loves what she does, and she knows that in order for students to learn, they have to get proper nutrition. That's where she comes in. If true happiness comes from serving others, Sarah Hernandez may be one of the happiest people we know. Congratulations, Sarah, for being honored, and thank you for the difference you make in your students' lives. Gerardo Maldonado. Mr. Maldonado is a valued member of the Reef Sunset staff, and with 28 years of service, one of the most familiar faces in its schools. However, his dedication stretches beyond his job duties. He is an active community member, well known by students and parents alike as someone they can go to for advice. He has definitely served as a father figure for many. And over the years, he has served his community as a wrestling coach, and more recently has taken on the mantle of mentor for the school's student support program. Thank you, Mr. Maldonado, for your dedication to the students of Reef Sunset. Karen Martinez. As a paraprofessional for the Mark Twain Elementary School in Corcoran, Karen Martinez specializes in reading intervention, providing much-needed support for her students. Her coworkers describe her as one of the hardest workers in the district. Her kindness, dedication, and enthusiasm affect everyone around her, and she takes pride in her work. Beyond the school day, Karen is also involved with the After School Recreation Association of Corcoran, the RAC, where she provides curriculum and social skills support. Her colleagues are delighted to see her infectious smile and share in her enthusiasm for helping students. Congratulations, Ms. Martinez, on your recognition, and thank you for instilling a love of reading in students. Dina Mendoza. Dina has worked for Kings County Office of Education for 6 years and played an integral part in the behavioral success of students within Kings County. As a behavior analyst, she identifies the causes behind certain student behaviors and creates plans to address the behavior, spending hours training and supporting teachers and instructional staff in following behavior intervention plans. Her process includes extensive follow-up, which not only includes monitoring, data collection, and reporting, but also coaching and reevaluating or adjusting plans as needed. She helps staff be successful with students, especially those who are facing great challenges. And she helps students learn life skills necessary to keep themselves safe and productive. Her drive and dedication are worthy of the greatest respect. Congratulations, Dina, on being honored for excellence in education, and thank you for your dedication to the staff and students we serve. Rick Munoz. Rick Munoz, better known by the Kings River Hardwick family as Mr. Rick, has been with the district for 10 years. His work in maintaining the school campus is apparent as soon as one steps on site. Peers have labeled Rick as a superhero with the motto of Rick to the rescue. His quiet demeanor has a positive impact on the lives of those around him, and Rick's can-do attitude, encouraging words, and generous actions serve as examples to students and staff. The Kings River Hardwick community is grateful for Mr. Rick and all that he does to support the district. Congratulations for this well-deserved recognition, and thank you for the dedication you have given Kings River Hardwick, students, staff, and family. Deb Murphy. In the words of her colleagues, Deb embodies the term LHS family. She is there for anyone and a friend to everyone, exhibiting respect and eliciting it in return. She is described as being everywhere at once, especially when help is needed. Anyone attending sporting events at Lemoore High may have noticed or may have taken for granted how smooth things run. From transportation schedules to lining up announcers, ticket takers, and other support staff, Deb is behind the scenes and sometimes on the front lines, making sure things get done. A strong rapport with coaches and athletes working with the many teams throughout the different seasons make her an integral part of the success of Lemoore High School athletics. Her fellow staff are happy to announce that Deb retired last year, but sad that she is gone. But once a Tiger, always a Tiger. They know that even in retirement, she will continue to root for the purple and gold. Congratulations, Deb. Ricardo Padilla. When staff at Island School think about making a difference, Ricardo Padilla, known as Richard by everyone at school, quickly comes to mind. A former student of the school, Richard has now worked there for over 12 years, and he wears many hats. On any given day, he may be found tutoring students, working with RSP students, coaching athletic teams, or assisting the maintenance staff. All this while pursuing an educational path towards earning a teaching credential of his own, which has allowed him to fill another role, that of substitute teacher. His positive attitude is contagious to everyone around him. He truly cares about the students and sometimes plays the role of father figure, displaying encouragement, trust, and determination that students soon recognize within themselves. We can see why Ricardo's colleagues at Island say their community is a better place because of him. Sandy Ploy. Sandy Ploy has served the students and families of Kit Carson District for over 33 years, serving as the school librarian for generations of students. Her library is so much more than just a place to read books, and over the years, Sandy has created a haven for students who love to read and sometimes just want to visit her. Students have come to trust, confide, and seek the advice Mrs. Ploy shares. When she's not in the library, she can often be found on the playground, observing students to ensure they're doing all right. A running joke in her household is that if she won the lottery, she might be able to work less. But first, she would build a new library. On a personal note, I would add that if you ever have a chance to catch the annual Kit Carson Storybook Parade, please do. It's an incredible celebration of literature, promoting the book fair, and Miss Ploy organizes the entire event to make sure it runs smoothly. Thank you, Mrs. Ploy, for modeling to your community the importance not only of literacy and learning, but of kindness and caring. Yesenia Quare. Yesenia Quare started at Lemoore Elementary as a migrant aide, then became a clerical office aide, eventually moving into position of school clerk. Miss Yessie, as students know her, has been greeting students, families, and staff with a smile for the last 20 years. She is known for her friendly, professional manner and is often the first person visitors encounter in the office. She welcomes them with kindness and a genuine offer to assist with whatever they need. Her coworkers note that she is truly there for the students, going above and beyond to celebrate their accomplishments as she hosts Students of the Month's breakfast and makes it a point to announce students' birthdays in the cafeteria. Congratulations on your nomination, and thank you, Miss Yessie, for your dedication to the students of Lemoore Elementary. Maurice Robinson. Mr. Robinson has provided 23 years of service to the staff and community of Hanford Elementary Schools. Since the opening of Hamilton Elementary School, he has strived to maintain the appearance of the grounds and facilities, and if you ask anyone, it looks as good today as it did on the first day of school back in 2006. Mr. Robinson's care of the school extends far beyond the exterior buildings, however. His personal values and caring for less fortunate students is renowned throughout the school. He mentors students displaying behavioral challenges and enlists them to shadow him in tasks, work in the cafeteria, or help him set up for events. He says it's important to show students a positive African American male figure. Colleagues state Mr. Robinson has made an impact in the lives of each student and his peers at Hamilton. His impeccable work ethic, extreme attention to detail, and professional sense of pride fully embody the theme, making a difference. So thank you, Maurice Robinson, for making a difference and for your genuine care for the welfare of all students. Sherry Salazar. Sherry Salazar serves as the payroll, benefit, and accounting specialist for staff at Hanford Joint Union High School District. In her role, she has served colleagues with confidence, trustworthiness, and expertise, assisting staff in navigating their way through a not-so-user-friendly world of deductions and health benefits. Her extensive knowledge of certificated and classified retirement systems, the Affordable Care Act, leaves, and the overall health and benefits program has made her invaluable to staff. Her mediation on behalf of coworkers alleviates their undue worries and allows them to focus on providing a great education for the students. Congratulations, Sherry Salazar, on your recognition for excellence in education, and thank you for your dedication to the staff of Hanford Joint Union High School District. Juan Tafoya. Mr. Tafoya, Juan, is described by colleagues as the perfect fit. His rapport with child care providers paves the way for relationships built on confidence, knowledge, compassion, and encouragement. He is always going beyond what is expected of him, even working outside office hours to meet the needs of families. Juan's upbeat personality and winning smile is contagious. As one co-worker says, Juan is an example for us all. He makes the world a better place with his drive and enthusiasm. Mr. Tafoya also serves as a board member for Armona Union Elementary, where he advocates for opportunities for the students in his community. Congratulations, Mr. Tafoya, and thank you for your contributions to the youth of Kings County.
She knows how to motivate students, without being too overbearing.
Because she helps me open my milk.
I was having a hard time with math at the beginning of the year, and she just wouldn't let it, so she just pushed me to my limits, and now math is one of my favorite subjects.
She's helped me with a lot of stuff. She's helped me with math and grammar and all that stuff. She just, when I see her, I start smiling because she's a really good teacher, and I always see her smiling.
Well, she relates towards how I feel, or just she understands me.
They help me to pass my limits or reach my limits.
Because she helps us do math and help us feel happy. She passes out toys when we be good. They push me a little further to do good work and be improved and make me get smarter and smarter as I grow.
He believes in you, and he really shows it, and he really makes sure your heart, he really makes sure you're doing what you need to do.
She's funny, but also strict, but not too strict. Whenever she saw me down, she'd always ask what's happening, and she'd always talk me through it. That made me feel really good, because instead of taking time on doing something else, she took time on helping me.
She's energetic and she's always messing around with us, but she makes sure that we're doing what we're supposed to, and she's always there for us when we need her.
I look forward to seeing my teacher because she makes me feel welcome and she makes me feel comfortable in the classroom.
She's been there for me through a lot, and I just know I can go talk to her about anything, and she has helped me with a lot of things throughout my life at home and at school, and just no matter what, I can always count on her.
He's funny, and we talk smack to each other back and forth. He made me feel welcome at the school.
I just had heard this news about my grandma. She had died, and so I was really having a hard time. I couldn't stop thinking about her. So this teacher, I had my head down the whole day, probably, and this teacher came up to me and said, what's wrong? And I said, something happened with my family. And she said, well, can you tell me about it? And I said, yeah, I told her about it, and then she cheered me up. And then I came home from school and told my mom about it.
William Chambers. Mr. Chambers, Bill, has taught welding and auto shop and coached track and cross-country teams for students in Hanford for many years. His colleagues know he is always willing to help with anything, and that he spends a lot of his spare time, evenings and weekends, at Hanford West in his shop, helping students with their projects, and often working on projects for the school himself. His success as a coach and as a teacher can be attributed to a simple fact: he cares. He cares about his students, and they know it. Thank you, Mr. Chambers, Bill, for your dedication. The students and community of Hanford High are better because of you. Lauren Franco. Ms. Franco has served in many roles as an art instructor for Hanford Elementary, and through her work, she is recognized as a passionate teacher who believes in making a difference in people's lives through art. She is known for her caring heart and keen ability to recognize inner talents within students. You may have seen her students' work displayed all over Hanford, from local murals displayed throughout the community, at the police station, in the mall, in downtown banks, local art shows and art hop events, and especially at Hanford Elementary school sites and the district office. She is dedicated to providing students with opportunities to create and experience art. Congratulations, Lauren Franco, on your achievements, and thank you for promoting creative experiences for youth. As one coworker put it, your talents and passion make Hanford Elementary and our community a better place. Dr. Ann Hoover. Dr. Hoover is described by fellow staff as the embodiment of all that is good in modern education. It is about the student and their learning. To them, she promotes the idea that anything is possible. Her principal shared a story about a student who was in her class when she used to teach 4th grade. Inspired by Dr. Hoover, this student went on to learn a second language and to work for the United Nations in Europe. Expecting great things from students is one of the greatest gifts we can give them. And that's who she is. She makes sure that each child is loved and cared for, and that all adults on her team know they have her support. 2020 brought a well-deserved retirement to Dr. Hoover. We wish her the best, knowing the world is a better place for the positive impact she made on student lives. Myra Lopez. As a kindergarten teacher, Myra Lopez believes all students, even at a young age, can exceed expectations. And so, she sets her expectations high, challenging them to do their absolute best. She is sympathetic to those with challenging home lives and strives to build self-confidence in her students, which not only makes them eager to learn, but empowers them as well. Colleagues describe her classroom as an environment that is positive, safe, and welcoming, one that promotes a feeling of family. Congratulations, Myra Lopez, on your recognition for excellence in education. How lucky your students are that you are there for them. Sean McElhaney. Sean McElhaney has shared the sound of music with Lemoore High School students for 15 years. He has created an elite award-winning program, capturing the pride of the Lemoore High Tigers and the community. Students view his program as not just a class, but a place that gives them an identity and a place to grow as individuals. From practices, rehearsals, competitions, and performances, his day begins with a zero period and does not often end until well after 9 p.m. His impact goes beyond a love of music. The effects he has on the lives of others cannot be measured in mere words or in musical notes or in the steps of a marching band. He is a mentor who models respect, compassion, dedication, determination, and fosters leadership in students. In the words of one of his students, Mr. McElhaney encourages people to believe in their passions and in themselves. Congratulations for a well-deserved honor, Mr. McElhaney, and thank you for providing so much to the students you serve. Tammy Raven. Over the course of her 14-year tenure with Pioneer Elementary School, Tammy Raven is known to celebrate her students' academic growth with laughter or tears of joy. It is her hope that the benefit they derive from being in her classroom stays with them throughout their academic career. One coworker describes how dedicated she is, attending all school functions, always being willing to help, collaborating with staff, parents, and students. She is the first person to get involved, to lend a hand, and can always be counted on. Thank you, Tammy Raven, for the years of kindness, love, and humility in service to the students of Pioneer Elementary School. Tricia Reddick. We can all remember that one special teacher, and for students and families in Kettleman City, that one teacher is Tricia Reddick. Tricia has been with Kettleman City Elementary for over 26 years, building trusting relationships with students, staff, and the community. She truly understands the importance of differentiating instruction and takes actions to meet students' needs and give them the best possible support, enabling them to take ownership of their own learning. She usually arrives at 6:45 a.m., provides individualized support by tutoring before school, during her lunch, and after school. The students see that she has high expectations of herself and know she has high expectations of them. Colleagues say she embodies the Coyote core values of respect, responsibility, and kindness. Congratulations to you, Tricia Reddick, and thank you for your love of teaching and for making a grand difference in the lives of others. April Silva. A proud alumni of Hanford Elementary and Hanford High, April is praised by her colleagues for her hands-on approach to student learning and allowing students opportunities to become leaders in their community. She has served as ASB advisor for JFK Middle School for 10 years, and her community leadership course has provided an opportunity for her students to volunteer over 30,000 hours with local organizations. The list of charities and events she and her students contribute to is ever growing. The Make-A-Wish Foundation, Pennies for Patients, Kings County Women's Shelter, and Kings County Special Olympics are just a handful of examples. She is also the recipient of a growing number of awards and recognition, from the Teacher's Honor Wall at Fresno State to the 2019 Excellence in Leadership Award from the City of Hanford, and many more. We are honored to recognize April Silva for her dedication and commitment to her students. Rachel Taylor. Rachel Taylor is described by peers as a born leader. As a part of the RJ Neutra team for 13 years, she has made a difference not only in the lives of her 3rd and 5th grade homeroom students, but with many others through academic intervention. She has embraced the philosophy of all means all, and she worked to change the status quo by building intervention into the school day. Rachel has also been heavily involved in extracurricular activities, serving as a basketball coach for 2 years, volleyball coach for 3 years, track coach for 10 years, and the drama coach for her entire 13 years at the school, which includes directing the annual spring show, a culmination of dance, music, and highlighting fine arts of the students of RJ Neutra. Her continued efforts on all fronts have earned her the genuine respect of her community. She is seen as an invaluable team member dedicated to making the difference in the lives of students. Nicole Wales. Nicole Wales makes a difference for both students and peers at Bret Harte Elementary School. Coworkers describe her as a hard worker and a positive leader who goes above and beyond her call of duty and mentors new teachers. Nicole instills high academic expectations and rewards any students who are being safe, responsible, and respectful. Bear Buck tickets, anyone? She's got them. Congratulations, Nicole, on your success at Bret Harte Elementary, and thank you for your positive efforts for the youth of Corcoran.
I would like to thank them for being a teacher and helping kids learn.
They all give us the sense that we can do anything as long as we work hard enough for it, and I think that they push us to make sure that we do work hard enough. I think that's really important because if they did let us slack off, then we wouldn't be as hardworking as a lot of the students here are.
Thank you for helping us learning, and thank you for teaching us every day and having recess.
Thank you for being an example to me. Thank you for teaching me how to be a better person, but also teaching me educational-wise, and just being there for me when I've been through the tough times.
I just want to thank the teachers for doing what they're doing, because without them, this school wouldn't be what it is right now.
I would say thank you for teaching every single child to meet their dreams or goals.
They work very hard here, and I appreciate them because I know it takes a lot of work to work in a school.
I want to thank them for helping us learn how to do new things.
I'd like to say thank you, to all the principals, the teachers that deal with us, the students. Even though on our bad days we say things we don't mean, but they're still there at the end of the day with a polite attitude, with still teaching us and not quitting on the students.
Thank you for helping me be a better person and a better student.
I just want to thank all the teachers that they're working this hard and that they give it their best to help us with our future and keeping us safe.
Even though we're stubborn sometimes and when you don't think we appreciate it, we really do.
Keep doing what you do because you guys help a lot of people out. You've done a lot of things. Thank you for what you do.
I would say thank you to everyone here because they have helped me a lot. They have encouraged me to keep on going. And I wouldn't be as good as I am today without them.
I'd say thank you for everything you do. You make this world a better place every time you do something amazing.
I appreciate how hard people put their time into and work hard to help us students because they don't have to, they choose to, and that's a big deal.